love you all. Welcome, all you lovers, to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
The Florida Love Show theme song. With lots of love for you, Kenny. In the Florida Love Show, paying love forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and his dream. Every special guest brings their love to the set, and the interview flies, it all comes alive, like a duet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. In the Florida Love Show, Kenny in red is your guide. He wears many hearts, oh, he has a very special side. Now in Brooklyn Cafe, there's a big love buffet with roses galore, men you will adore. Come take a bouquet, show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Send the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show.
Love you, Sharon. You are amazing. So Sharon created the Florida Love Show song with Sheer, and Sharon's amazing. She's going to be singing love songs later. So welcome to the Florida Love Show, all you lovers out there. I love you all. I am so excited today. I am so excited for the show today. We have an amazing show. We have Macy from Best Buddies. We have Kenny Fine, incredible comedian. He's incredible, and Sharon's going to sing a whole lot of love today. So I am so excited because I went out and I gave out more roses today, and I realized when I hand a rose to a little child and they take it, they just are pure love. Children are our future. And so, like when I gave the rose to the child today, they were just in heaven. Children are pure love. We're all pure love because we were all children once. We were born pure love. And then we learn language as human beings, and then we start judging each other, gossiping, criticizing, resenting, hating. And I'm not interested in that stuff because to me that's like swallowing poison and then hoping the other person dies. I mean, why would I be interested in that? I love you. Love is freedom. So for me, that's why I created Florida Love. That's why I created the Love Marches, Roses for Change. So at Florida Love, we have a platform here for everybody to spread love in the whole world, because I believe that all 7 billion people, we can all love each other. That is possible. I've seen it. It's possible. So here at Florida Love, we have the Florida Love Show. So at the Florida Love Show, actually, you could call in today. So the phone number to call in is 888-994-4995. Again, 888-994-4995. So I'd love to hear from you today. Anytime in the show you want to call in, we'd love it so we can spread love and share love. And at Florida Love, we also have Love Will Keep Us Together on Facebook, which has over 2,300 people just every day just sharing love. It's so inspiring. I mean, when I start posting about love and we all love each other, I'm on cloud nine, because for me, everybody wants to love and be loved. I mean, there's a zillion love songs. There's All You Need Is Love by the Beatles, you know, Love Will Keep Us Together by Captain and Tennille. So there's a zillion love songs. So let's all love each other. Like, who could we give a rose to today? Who could we say I love you today? So the show today is dedicated to loving our parents. It's dedicated to forgiveness, the act of giving up resentment and just loving. And also loving children, because the children, again, are our future. So that's what the show is about today. And the show is also going to be about laughter. When I have Kenny on later, I call him Kenny Love. He was cracking me up yesterday in Publix. He is so funny. To me, love is laughter. Love is everything. I mean, to me, love is the answer. Love is simple. So I'm so excited to be with all you lovers today. And yesterday, I was in the Sun Sentinel. They did an article on Roses for Change. So if you go on the Sun Sentinel and you look up Roses for Change, you can read the article. And I mean, it's so moving because I want to thank Scott Luxor from the Sun Sentinel for writing the article. And again, the media is what's going to get out the love message. So I'm going to share with all of you the news from last month where they talked about Roses for Change.
Welcome back. Now at 5:30, who couldn't use a little love right now?
One Pompano Beach businessman is making it his mission to spread love all around by giving out the flower of love to random strangers. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has this heartwarming story.
There's an old song with lyrics that say what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Ken Lehrman is living that moment in a movement he created called Roses for Change.
We love you.
The idea for Roses for Change came about after the death of George Floyd and the turmoil that followed.
I felt their pain. And for me, I don't see color. I mean, I see us all as human beings. And we all can love each other. I mean, love is simple.
Ken, who owns his own printing business for 35 years, appropriately named the Happy Printer, decided to spring into action, purchasing dozens of roses he could hand out.
The first thing I did was I went to Whole Foods and I also went to Publix and I gave out roses to all the African Americans in the store. And I said, I love you. And they said, I love you back. And they said, God bless you. And they said, we need love more now than ever before.
Ken was so moved by the response, he posted pictures on Facebook, receiving 600 likes. Suddenly, Roses for Change on Facebook was born. His followers wanted to join him, buying roses too, and it's now become a movement, spreading love to people of all races. We recently caught up with them in Boca Raton.
I just want to say I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Michelle Bellman, who had never met Ken in person, wanted in on the love train and came out on this day to volunteer.
His message is just of love, and love yourself and love one another. and he speaks to my soul, and he speaks to me because I love to spread love as well.
Some were skeptical, wondering if there's a catch to these random acts of kindness. But for those who understood it, it meant the world.
I think it's just amazing. This is really, really nice. You're really showing your love. You're taking your time to do this. Just amazing. And the red flowers, forget it. Just bringing brightness to this world. It's much needed. Thank you so much.
Seriously, so sweet.
Can you imagine what a world it would be like if we just all gave roses to each other instead of what's actually going on? Like, to me, that's a way to spread a message. Spread the message of love.
Lucky me, I received my rose. For more information on Roses for Change when they meet every Friday, go on to our website at cbsmiami.com. I'm Lisa Petrillo, smelling sweet, CBS 4 News.
Love you, Lisa Petrillo. Thank you. I'm grateful to you. So we can all love each other. It's possible. Again, I love you all. So for me today, I was thinking about judgment, actually. So love is the absence of judgment. And as human beings, like, I love all human beings, and we're all the same. I mean, every human being is the same. Like, as I walk down the street, we all have skin, we all have eyes, we all have hair, or some of us have hair, but we also, we all have the same human features. We're all the same. And if it wasn't for language, we're all the same. So it's possible not to judge people. It's possible to just love people. So here at Florida Love, that's what we're all about. And at Florida Love, I was sharing, we have Love Will Keep Us Together on Facebook, the group. We have Florida Love Networking, where you can share about how you're spreading love in the Florida community in your business or your nonprofit. So feel free to post away. We also have Roses for Change. Roses for Change is the love movement that's global. It's around the world right now. People are calling me from all over the world. They want to create love marches. So if anybody wants to create a love march, please jump on Roses for Change, the group on Facebook or page, or you can contact me anytime at ken@florida-love.com, or check out our website, florida-love.com. So I'm going to share with you the last love march we had in Coral Springs. We're going to have a huge love march tomorrow. I'm so excited to spread the love tomorrow. Noon, Bed Bath & Beyond in Coral Springs. Would love you all to be there. Bring your roses, or just bring yourself, and we're just going to give out roses and say I love you. And so I'm so excited. So I'm going to show you the last love march. Beautiful. I love giving out roses and saying I love you. I've had people tell me they haven't heard I love you for over 40 years. I had one man say to his wife, at least somebody loves you. And again, it's just the stuff I hear. Love spreads, love is freedom. So I am so honored today to have Best Buddies Macy Ramirez on the show. I call her Macy Love. I call everybody Love. So my whole contact book is Love, and I'm Kenny Love, and that way they can only show up as Love. So for me, I'm so honored to have Macy Love on the show. Hi, Macy. Welcome to the Florida Love Show.
Hi, can everybody hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. I had an issue on my computer, but we're on my phone now.
Yeah, no, you sound great. So if anybody wants to call in questions for Macy and I, 888-994-4995. Again, 888-994-4995. So Macy, we did a lot of sharing about love this week in Best Buddies and about your dad this week. And we're going to be memorializing in loving memory to Macy's dad, because to me, parents are everything. I owe my life to my parents. So Macy, please share with everybody about your dad, your special dad.
Yeah, so my dad was in my life until I was 3 years old, and my dad was like a very charismatic person who had like a lot of people gravitate towards him from a lot of different walks of life. And I think that him and definitely my mom, of course, taught me how to love through that and just the way that they built relationships and loved on people. So I'm grateful.
Yeah, and your dad passed when you were 3, and he was young.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so he was 20 when he passed, and I said to Macy, I want to do an in-loving memory to him. Romano, when you see it, is such a beautiful, special dad, and we all have beautiful, special dads, and we can love them unconditionally. Again, for me, my parents gave me life. I owe my life to my parents. And I also want to say, I love you, Mom. I promised you, Mom, you're the perfect mom. I love you. I love you. I love you. I don't get off the phone with my mom without saying I love you. And she says, I love you back. So share more, like you grew up in Ohio, and your dad, you know, he's special.
Yeah, he was. I actually grew up in Iowa, and my parents also grew up in Iowa. And we left when I was kind of young as well, so I've spent a lot of time in Florida growing up as well. But my entire family's in Iowa, and yeah, he's just a very beloved person. I have a huge family, and we have a lot of friends in my hometown, and a lot of people just tell me how much he loved being a father and how much like that chapter of his life was exciting for him. And I'm just very, very grateful to have so many people like carry on his memory so positively for me.
Yeah, so many people loved your dad, and every time you go back to Iowa, people remember your dad like yesterday. They just love him, and you know, you forgave your dad, and you love your dad, and forgiveness is so important to give up resentment.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, and so I want to show the slideshow, Macy, that we created in loving memory to beautiful Romano. Please show the slideshow.
It was great to see. I loved it.
Yeah, it brings tears to my eyes. And yeah, for me, I am my parents, and I am love from my parents, because my parents are love, and your dad is love. So how are you like your dad? You look just like him, by the way.
I'm definitely his twin, like physically, and then I would say, personality-wise, I think it's interesting how a lot of people can be like people that they haven't even really been around. And I do know that we both have like a very kind of charismatic approach towards getting to know people, and I feel like be goofy and just lighthearted about things. So I think is I'm like my.
You know how else you're just like your dad? Your smile radiates like your dad. Like every time I see him smiling, he has a smile a mile wide, radiating love and happiness. Do you want to know what's interesting? I just looked at him. He looks like Adam Sandler. Has anybody ever said that? I was like,
They both have like large characteristics though, so I get you.
yeah, and he's got a smile a mile wide. And so every time you go back to Iowa, people share about your dad and your family. And
yeah, for sure. It's awesome.
so what do you love about your dad, since he's just an angel right here?
I think that him and my mom together like built a really foundation for me, and I think that they were just like both very loving, motivated people when it came to me. So I just love that he gave me like a good foundation getting started, and that's like always stuck with me growing up.
Yeah, and he gave you a great foundation, and he loved music, didn't he?
He did. He really liked like 90s rap music and stuff. So
I mean, he was only 20, and he loved music. So he was a very like you, very passionate, very charismatic, and that's why you do what you do with Best Buddies.
yes, I think my upbringing and the community I grew up in like very much do this work, and I just found Best Buddies like in that chapter of my life, and I've been there since, and it's just been a really, really great experience working with this community and working with this nonprofit and its mission.
Yeah, Best Buddies' mission is amazing, and we're going to show a video later on that you get to see what they're all about. I mean, that brought me to tears as well. So I'm going to bring Sharon on because I want to sing two love songs actually to you and your father to really share our love. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
Hey.
So great to be here.
Exciting to meet you. Hello.
Same here, and I so understand a love for a dad. My dad is my hero, and there's nothing like that. And I prepared a couple of beautiful songs in honor of his memory. Kenny, you have a preference which one you want to hear first?
Sharon, you choose. Spread the love.
Okay. Here we go. Can you hear the music?
Mm-hmm.
Memories light the corners of my mind. Misty watercolored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do What's too painful to remember? We simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember. Whenever we remember the way we were, the way we were. Thank you.
You have a
That was
beautiful
an
voice.
honor. Thank you. The next song that I prepared is one of Kenny's favorites. It's actually a song I sang to my husband at our wedding 25 years ago. And it's an endless, timeless song. The theme from Ice Castles. Another name for it is Through the Eyes of Love. And it's a beautiful love song for you, your dad, and your whole family, and everyone watching with us today, for all your loved ones. Please don't let this feeling end. It's everything I am, everything I want to be. I can see what's mine now, finding out what's true. Since I found you, looking through the eyes of love. Now I can take the time, I can see my light as it comes up shining now, reaching out to touch you. I can feel so much since I found you, looking through the eyes of love. And now I do believe that even in a storm we'll find some light. Knowing you're beside me, I'm alright. So please don't let this feeling end. It might not come again, and I want to remember how it feels to touch you. I can feel so much since I found you, looking through the eyes of love. And now I do believe that even in a storm we'll find some light. Knowing you're beside me, I'm alright. So now I can take the time, I can see my life as it comes up shining now, reaching out to touch you. I can feel so much since I found you, looking through the eyes of love.
Your husband's a lucky man. That was amazing.
Thank you. Sorry, the music kind of disappeared on us in the middle. We're having Wi-Fi issues today, but the show must go on, right?
That's great. You did a good acapella.
Thank you. Kenny, that was for you too.
Thank you. I'm so touched. I love you, Sharon. So thank you as always for being such an angel of love, and thank you again. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Thank you.
So Macy, I want to thank your mom, Mackenzie, for giving me you today.
Yeah.
I love you, Mackenzie. Your daughter is special, and so are you.
I know she'll appreciate that for sure.
So, I'm so moved about your dad. So what was it like hearing that loving memory to your dad?
It was beautiful, and she has like a really beautiful voice, and I thought the lyrics were very meaningful and well chosen, so it was a really beautiful tribute, I felt.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Parents are everything, and we only have our biological parents, so it's so important to love them every second of every day. I know I had shared with you, Macy, that my mother's father had gone back to Europe when she was 4, and he never came home in 1938 from the Holocaust. So, so important to love your parents while they're here or while they're our angels. Parents are everything.
That's true.
So I want to share with you, because of your dad and mom, who you are, about Best Buddies. Because Best Buddies is such a loving organization. And what they do is all over the world. So please share with everybody about Best Buddies to give them a little background.
Yeah, so Best Buddies is an organization, nonprofit for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And the way we serve the community is through creating inclusive opportunities for them and for people without disabilities to come together. And we do that through one-to-one friendship matches, leadership and advocacy opportunities, and as well as integrated employment in the community. So kind of the founding principle of us is including everybody in society at an equal level. And I think the friendships really capture that at the heart of it, because it's so serving to both sides, people with and without disabilities. And that way a lot of people can truly understand what society can look like and how all people can benefit when we include people and when we learn how that looks for each other.
Yeah, so we can all love each other. Best Buddies is the most loving organization. Everybody is included. Again, we all love each other. So Macy, I want to show the video about Best Buddies, because I was so moved every time I watched that. So please show that video.
Anthony and Hugo are two peas in a pod. They have that same outgoing personality. They both like to show off. They both like to be the center of attention. They both are fun-loving, active people. So they sort of just mash together.
What I find most endearing about Anthony and Yugi's friendship is that they're basically like brothers. They FaceTime all the time. They're always on Snapchat together, sending each other things or in each other's stories. They are football practice together. They literally do everything together. And I think that just speaks volumes to the type of school culture that they're helping to create just in their local community, and just to see the impact that it's having across so many people's lives who are involved in Best Buddies is really profound.
Growing up with Anthony, it's non-stop questions, very inquisitive, hardworking, fun-loving kid, outgoing kid, responsible. Pretty much sums up what type of kid Anthony was growing up.
So Yugi and I met freshman year at a car wash for Best Buddies. I remember my mom told me I had to go, and so I was like, oh, okay, we'll be there. And then I met Yugi, and that's my bro.
To have Yugi be a part of our family is a great thing, because most people don't want to really interact with kids such as Yugi, but he brings a lot of light to our family.
We play football. It's I think it's a big game is coming up. Our championships, then we won our championship games.
Like Yugi was saying, yeah, it was probably one of our favorite things to talk about is football. Like that's like our big thing that we bond over. Like his love for football and my love for football is just like, it gets really exciting. Like during practice, he's there, he's hyping us up. Thursdays when we do our walkthroughs, he's there hyping us up. He's like into it, and then he gives us our speech, and then at the game he's all hype and riled up, and it's like just something that we really connect on, like on a huge level, and I think that's like played a big part of our relationship. Me and Yugi are very funny characters when it comes to dancing. So I remember like me and Yugi just like looking at each other, and he like stepped in the circle and I stepped in the circle, and it's like this huge like big thing. Everybody crowds around and it was like hyping each other up while we dance. And so me and Yugi came on, we were dancing, it was like hilarious. I remember the crowd just like, oh, hyping us up. It's like, it was like hilarious.
Yep. I believe that all students should be able to feel comfortable wherever they go. They should be able to participate in activities and have the freedom to be accepted as they are or for who they are.
Friendships like Anthony and Yugi's are made possible because of people in the community who care about our mission and take part in events like Champion of the Year. This is how we're able to open more schools, create more friendships, and establish more opportunities like our jobs program for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So it's important now more than ever that we're ingraining these types of values into our youth and promoting friendships.
I really do think Best Buddies has like opened the school up more to inclusion and everything, because there's not like a person that goes by in the daytime that doesn't interact with Yugi or like isn't allowed to interact with Yugi or the other students.
Anthony is my brother because I love him so much. He's my best friend I have.
What I love is Oogie saying, Anthony's my brother. He's my best friend. I love him. And they can dance. And he can throw that football. So beautiful.
Absolutely.
So how do people get involved in like that type of a relationship? I've been a champion. And how can people sign up to be a champion this year as well?
Yeah, so we have the champion event. We have our one-to-one friendship matches for people in middle, high school, college, as well as adults. And there are a lot of different opportunities to collaborate and volunteer with Best Buddies, even in this virtual landscape that we're all navigating. All you really have to do is reach out. You can reach out to me, Macy Ramirez. I'm the program manager for community engagement. And it's my first and last name, Macy Ramirez, at bestbuddies.org. Or I can be contacted at 561-572-6560. And there's just a million different ways that you can collaborate with us here in Palm Beach County or Treasure Coast, as well as every single state in the United States, as well as a few other countries.
Yeah, so if people want to get involved, they can get onto your website, bestbuddies.org.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and again, I'm looking forward to being a champion this year. I was involved in being a champion years past. Everybody get involved with Best Buddies. I mean, that relationship was so beautiful. The love they had for each other and have for each other.
Yeah, and it's definitely genuinely beneficial to both people with and without disabilities. So it's not a mentorship it's not a service in that sense. It's just a genuine one-to-one friendship, and that's what's so special about that.
Yeah, so Macy, I really want to thank you for being on the show today. Is there any message you want to leave for everybody today?
Just get involved in your community, especially in this time that we're all feeling so isolated with the pandemic and everything. A lot of our friends with disabilities experience that year round. And so whether it's with Best Buddies or however you want to serve your community or whatever population you want to get involved with, definitely like reach out in neighborly hands. I think this is definitely the time to do it.
Great. So again, Macy, I love you and I thank you for being on the Florida Love Show today.
Thank you for having me. I love you too, Ken.
Okay, we're going to take a commercial break. I love you all. You've been listening to the Florida Love Show. Please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken at florida-love.com or on our website, www.florida-love.com. And if you'd like to advertise on the show and spread love in the Florida community, please let me know. Now back to the show. Welcome back, all you lovers, to the Florida Love Show. So I want to give a shout out to a lot of the people who told me they'd be watching the show today. So Lori Love, Tina Love, Judy Love, Terry Love, just everybody who's watching the show today. I love you all. And so all you lovers out there, I'm really excited that you're with me today. Again, you can call in at 888-994-4995, 888-994-4995. So I am really excited to bring on my next guest. I call him Hysterical Love. He's another Kenny Love just like me. He's my brother from another mother. So I'm going to bring on Kenny Love. Hey, Kenny Love, I love you, man.
Hey there, Kenny Love. How are you, brother?
I'm awesome, brother. So thank you for being on the Florida Love Show.
My pleasure.
So Kenny, tell us a little more about yourself and how you came to be Kenny Love and what you do.
Well, I was a love child, of course. My mother and father, Barbara and Ron, fine. I am now the CEO and head of Fine Heart Productions. I produce and create theatrical works that are an embodiment of divine love and what I call the light-hearted path, which is about illuminating the heart, illuminating the heart of people's journeys, the soul's journey, honoring amazing people, talking about important topics, but doing it in a way that is loving and compassionate and kind, and using a lot of humor and song and music. So one of my great heroes, a woman named Sojourner Truth, once said that this year life could be a battle, I'm paraphrasing, but if we can sing a little and laugh a little, it makes it all go a little easier. So that is, I have taken that to heart, that philosophy, and that's one of my main projects right now. It's a musical, actually, called Truth, the Musical, which celebrates and revitalizes this amazing story of Sojourner Truth. And also because she was musical, and she was witty, and she was funny, and yet very loving towards the world and even towards her adversaries and even towards a nation that was unjust and oppressive. So, she had been born a slave in New York and freed herself and became a world famous champion of emancipation and one of the first champions of women's rights in America. Just a phenomenal life and a phenomenal life story. And the most amazing thing is that she was a loving soul and she endured so much, but she never lost a sense of divine love, a sense of being connected to a spiritual purpose, and that is to help heal the world. So I relate to that as well. So I've been producing musical theater, and then I do a lot of one-person comedy, spiritual comedy. Some have said I'm a spiritual comedian. Some people have just said I'm a clown, and sometimes nicely, not always. But I take that as a compliment. And I love one-person character comedy. I've always loved my great heroes, Richard Pryor and Lily Tomlin and Whoopi Goldberg. And again, these are people who dealt with a lot of very serious topics, but they did it in a loving way. And there was always a tremendous love for their creations and for their characters, even those that were very downtrodden and otherwise suffering. So that is what we do. And I have had a series of characters I've created and embodied. I would say channeled even more than created. And I call them alter egos, ALTAR, alter egos. And my philosophy of performance and acting is to put my own personal personality aside, put my own ego aside, and allow the character to flow through me and allow their higher self also to flow through me and flow through the character. So whatever the character is in any of my shows that I perform or that I create, I always have an eye towards the higher self of the character and the idea and the belief and the awareness that we are all on a journey of the soul. So all the characters are also on their own journey of the soul. And it's vital that we treat that with respect and that every character, just like in our world as we see right now, how vital it is that every human soul is treated with respect and dignity and compassion and love. And there's no such thing as an illegal human being. God does not create illegal people. Men do that. So that's my mission, and that's what I do. And I love characters. I love comedy. I love music because it's uplifting. So I've been weaving all that together for many years, and I weave together my spirituality along with my creativity. I believe that creativity is a sacred gift, just like all of life is a sacred gift. The planet itself is a sacred gift. And everything I do, I try to be of service to life in a way that is contributing to people's happiness and well-being, that helps people give themselves more love and give themselves more space to inhabit their life. I love my mother dearly. I am a mama's boy from the very beginning and proud of it. And not everybody had a happy childhood, and not everybody had happy experiences with their parents. So it's important as human beings that we also give each other love, and sometimes we help to parent each other in that way, where we fill in by being compassionate and by being just kind, loving kind towards one another. We help heal the wounds that many people carry. So like I said, I am very blessed that I have and had a beautiful, magnificent mother. who is still magnificent and beautiful. And I'm very, very blessed. And I honor her in every way. And, like I said, my characters, my creations do a lot of the other work of healing and bringing everybody together in the spirit of love. And my most recent alter ego is named Goldie Goldstein, and she is a goddess of love from Miami Beach originally, and she considers herself what she calls a Fanny Brice feminist. So Goldie Goldstein, I've been performing every week since the pandemic began. We've been doing it every Sunday now. And we do a sacred Sunday brunch and healing circle. So again, it's performance, and yet it's also very sincere, creating a space for people to heal, creating transformational space in a very simple way. That to me is what art and creativity is for. That's what theater is for. Creates a sacred space for people to come together and to have the room to go through a catharsis, have the room to feel love, have the room to feel compassion, and to be healed. That's what I believe we're here for.
Yeah. So
that's what I do.
Yeah. So Kenny, I want to show one of your alter egos right now because.
All right.
All right. So please play.
Hello, darlings. Goldie Goldstein here, coming to you live from the planet Earth. You know what I'm talking about. I'm still alive and kicking it, girls, and I'm here once again by the water because I am a denizen of the water. I am the sea, and the sea is me. You see me? Or do you feel me? I grew up on Miami Beach, darlings. Old Miami Beach, old school. I like to say I grew up in Miami Beach before it was on steroids. Have you seen it lately? Yeah, it's a little crazy, a little cuckoo. But back in the day, darling, it was really a sleepy little borough, I like to say. It was like a sleepy sixth borough of New York City. And all our people were there. We were eating at Wolfie's. We were eating at Pumpernicks. We were going to the Villa Deli. And life was, a little complicated, but it was sweet. And it was loving. There was a lot of love, darlings. So I am what they call an alter ego, darlings. A-L-T-A-R, ego. Because I put my ego on the altar of love, which means I get the mishigas out of the way and I just let the love flow. It's a spiritual practice because life is a spiritual endeavor. And I channel what I like to call fabulosity, darling. That is the divine energy, the divine essence to which we are all connected. How do I know this? Because I have lived a lifetime, darlings. I've been down that road and several others. You know what I'm talking about? And I have found that the only thing that matters is love, darling. I knew a guy once, young guy, back in the 60s. He was a sweetheart. He had a funny little haircut. And all he used to say was, all you need is love. That's all he said. He sang it over and over. I don't know. He said it was a living. I believed him, all right? Because I believe in love. And I believe in you. May say, darlings, that Goldie Goldstein herself is a missionary of love and delight, divine love and divine light. That's why I travel what I call the lighthearted path. I learned it from a great sleeping Swami. His name was Swami Pajamananda, a.k.a. Swami PJ. And he used to have an ashram on Miami Beach, darlings. It was little known, but it was fabulous. I believe in love, I believe in creativity, and I believe in Tikkun Olam. That means we're here to heal the world, darling, and we do that by starting out in love with the planet and with each other. Remember, darlings, no matter what, always tune into your fabulosity and to the light of love that is shining down from above. All right, darlings?
Oh, Kenny. Oh, man.
Darlings.
Oh, Kenny. Goldie.
Kenny stepped out, darlings, and
Goldie.
sent me in. He sent me in with a tray of arugula, but I can't get it through the screen, darling. So we'll have to figure that out later.
So Goldie, tell me more about Miami Beach. Please share with us.
Miami Beach, darling. We were from Miami Beach, as I said, back in the day before it was on steroids. You know what I'm saying? And we grew up in the cabana, basically. The house, we just fixed all the time in the house, so we didn't stay in the house very often. We just spent all our days in the cabana. And there was a lot of love in the cabana. Let me just say that. There was a lot of corned beef and pastrami, and there was also a lot of love, you know, and it was basically spilling all over the Chattahoochee. But that's another story, Joel. So Miami Beach was a very special place. If you didn't know, back in the day, it was really a big retirement community, and a lot of old-timers and old-timers, but we had a blast. And that is where I was raised, born and raised. And I learned a lot of lessons there, darling. A lot of lessons, some of which I have not yet revealed. But they're coming out now slowly, because what the world needs now is cabana consciousness. I mean, what the world needs is love, that's true. But the world also needs some cabana consciousness. And so Miami Beach, you know, we used to go to Wolfie's. I knew Wolfie Cone personally and purposely, but that's another story. Wolfie was a bit ravenous, shall we say, but he was good with a pickle. So, you know, you can't complain. It's hard to find someone who's good with a pickle nowadays, I'll be honest with you. But we went to Wolfie's, we went to Pumpernicks, we went to the Eden Rock. We used to rock and roll at the Eden Rock, honey. We rocked the Casbah and we rocked the Cabana. You know what I'm talking about. And we were under the boardwalk occasionally, but there were people singing down there all the time, so we stayed away, basically. And we danced in the fountain at the Fontainebleau. It was very, very exciting to be in Miami Beach back in the day, and the Rat Pack was there, that's true. But, you know, you learn to steer clear, because Frank was all hands, you know what I'm saying. But Miami Beach was, you know, was a fabulous place. And we used to marvel that the place we lived on had been basically built out of the bay. You know, they turned it up. They dug it up out of the bay and schmutzed it together and made all these little islands, you know, slapped a few signs on the place and said, "Welcome to America's Playground." And people bought it. You know what I'm saying? People bought it hook, line, and sinker, literally. Now, darling, my biggest concern, of course, is that my beloved Miami Beach is ephemeral. It's here today, it'll be gone tomorrow because of global warming, right? Fossil fuels, I can't stand them. Get rid of them. And Miami Beach is going underwater again, darling. So I'm a little underwater too, but that's another story. I'm trying to reach my account. But Miami Beach, I'm concerned about it, because there was so much love, so much caring for the community back in the day. You know, they had the Jackie Gleason Theater back then. We would go and we would watch Jackie. We would sit in the front row. He would sweat all over everybody. It was disgusting, but he was funny, so we put up with it. You know what I'm saying? Lincoln Road. When I was a kid, they sent me to Lincoln Road. They told me, "Oh, you'll find Abe Lincoln over there." I wandered up and down Lincoln Road for years, looking for Abe Lincoln. I never found him. But I found Lums, honey, and I found Ollie Burgers, and I ate them, and I loved it.
So yesterday, I was with Goldie yesterday in Publix, and I was laughing so hard through my mask and so loud. Everybody else had their mask. They're like, "What is this guy cracking up about?" And Goldie, you and I were sharing.
I'm always that way when I squeeze the melons, honey. Listen, you know, it's always a laugh riot when somebody squeezes my melons. You know what I'm saying? Just watch where you put your hands, especially if you're in the produce department. That's all. But yeah, it was funny, darling. It was funny. You know, that's what we did. We used humor. We learned that from the old timers, right? You gotta use humor, because so much mishigas in the world, so much sorrow. Who needs it? We don't need it, right? We want to move past it. We want to evolve. We want to be evolutionary in our consciousness. Am I right? So that's why we have gone back to the cabana, where the basic lessons are learned, all right? The basic lessons of life. Don't jump in the deep end without your little floaties on, number one. Look out for your friends. Watch out for everybody else in the pool, right? Don't pee in the pool. We don't swim in your toilet. You've heard that one before. And don't run on the Chattahoochee when it's wet, because it'll skin your knees, and that's not a good thing for anybody, all right? Basic lessons of life: caring, compassion, healing. We channel, darling, what we do is we channel what I call fabulosity. It is a divine principle, darlings. This is very important for everybody to understand. We are divine and holy beings at heart. So you can connect with that by sitting by the pool or wherever you can find some place to dip your toesies. And, straighten your spine, take in some nice breaths, expand the bosom. That's good for a lot of reasons. And then connect. We call this the perpendicular path. And that means that wherever you are on the path, darling, wherever you are on the pool, whether you're deep end or shallow end, and there's types. All right, there's types. You got your shallow types, you got your deep types. I love them all right? But wherever you are, you connect with this divine pillar of light, divine love. It's a beautiful pink light, and that is the essence of your own fabulosity. So what we say, let it shine, honey. What the world needs now is love, sweet love, a little bit of Goldie Goldstein, never hurt, and the world needs you, and I'm talking to you. The world needs you to give yourself a lot of love and compassion. Take a deep breath, create some space around yourself, give yourself you deserve a break today, am I right? And then allow your own natural sweetness to come forth. And may it heal you, may it heal your body, mind, and spirit, and may it just clear away all the mishigas of life.
So Goldie Love, how does everybody get in contact with you to clear away all the mishigas? Because I'll tell you, I am cracking up. I'm crying from laughing. Hysterical love. I have enjoyed
It's happening, darling. It's happening. You're in the flow, honey. Let it happen. Just keep breathing. Do a little kegel every now and then to help circulate the energy. So listen, Goldie Goldstein, I'm on Facebook, all right? You can find me on Facebook. I don't love it. Believe you me, I don't love it, Zuckerberg's got some problems there, but it serves a purpose, all right? It serves a higher purpose. You can find me on the Facebook. You can find me on the Instagrams. My sponsor, Kenny Fine, you can find him on either one of those. And that's Keni, all right, just to differentiate. It's Kenny Love with an I. You can find us on the Facebook or the Instagram. That's the easiest way right now, Joel. And every Sunday, Goldie Goldstein is in the cabana. We are rechanneling, we're revivifying, honey, the essence of the ancient cabana consciousness to serve the planet Earth at this moment in time. When there is an awakening of consciousness, people have to snap out of it. Too many people are hypnotized by all the nonsense. And you can join us any Sunday. We're live at noon, Broadway time. That's East Coast, Miami Beach time. I used to call it noon Pumpernickel time, but Pumpernickel's gone. So it's noon Broadway time. You can join us. And if not, look for us on the Facebook. Look for us on the Instagrams. And if not, reach out. Kenny Love will hook you up, if you know what I'm saying.
Definitely.
Kenny Fine, Kenny Love, one Kenny or another, you're going to get there, right? And you'll be very happy too.
I love you, Kenny Love with an I. So I want to thank you, Goldie Love, for being on the Florida Love Show today. I love you so much, Goldie.
Thank you, darling. I love you and bless you. I'm going to leave you with this. L is for the love you share with me. O means love's an open-ended sea. V is very, very, Mary, cherry, berry. E is even more than any love you've seen before. And love is heaven sent and calling you. Love is like a cosmic sea for two. Truth and glory flow there. Take my hand and we will go there. Love illumines me and you. I say love is good news for the Jews. And love, this is the finale, don't get nervous, is the heart and soul of me and you.
So Goldie, me and you, I love you.
Me and you, Dolly.
Thank you for being on the Florida Love Show today. And I want to wish everybody the most amazing, loving, Florida-loving day and week. I will see you next week, 3 p.m. for Florida Love Friday and the Florida Love Show. I love you all. Who can you give a rose to today? You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken@florida-love.com or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life and have a loving week.